Do you think Greek mythology is just about powerful gods and brave heroes? Can you imagine a banquet among the gods, where the main dish is a roasted child? Or a father who swallows his own children alive to prevent being overthrown? No, this is not a horror movie. It's Greek mythology. Today, I bring you 10 of the most disturbing, dark, and bizarre stories from one of the most influential cultures in history. And I warn you, some of these stories are not for the faint of heart. Stay until the end, because the last one will make you look at the Greek gods in a whole new way. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and activate the bell for more dark and fascinating content about mythology, history, and legends. Ready to dive into the darkest side of Mount Olympus? Let's begin. 1. Tantalus's Feast. Tantalus, the king of Lydia, wanted to test the omniscience of the gods. He cooked his son, Pelops, and served him as food at a divine banquet. Horrified, the gods punished him with eternal torment, being stuck in a lake under a fruit tree, unable to ever drink or eat. This is where the word tantalize comes from. Did you imagine the Greeks included this kind of horror in their myths? 2. Cronus. Cronus, fearing being overthrown by one of his children, just as he had done to his father, decided to swallow them as soon as they were born. Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon were devoured alive, but his wife Rhea managed to hide the last one, Zeus. When Zeus grew up, he forced Cronus to vomit up his siblings and overthrew him. 3. Actaeon's punishment. Actaeon, a mortal, accidentally saw Artemis naked. Enraged, she transformed him into a stag. His own hunting dogs failed to recognize him and tore him apart. Another myth showing how merciless the gods can be when they feel humiliated. 4. Medusa. Many know Medusa as the monster with snakes for hair who turns people to stone with her gaze. But few know her tragic story. Medusa was a beautiful virgin priestess in the temple of Athena. Poseidon violated her there. And the punishment? Athena transformed her into a monster. The victim became the executioner. One of the darkest and most controversial myths in the Greek pantheon. 5. The birth of Aphrodite. The most beautiful myth about the goddess of love has a grotesque origin. Uranus, the god of the sky, was castrated by his son Cronus. His genitals fell into the sea, and from the foam that arose from this bloody mutilation, Aphrodite was born. According to the Greeks, love comes from pain, violence, and mutilation. 6. Ixion and the Wheel of Fire. Ixion was invited to Olympus by Zeus and tried to seduce Hera. Zeus, to test him, created a cloud in the shape of his wife. Ixion fell into the trap and slept with the cloud. His punishment? He was bound to a wheel of fire in eternal rotation in the underworld. 7. The Minotaur. King Minos asked Poseidon for a bull to sacrifice, but decided to keep it for its beauty. Poseidon exacted revenge by making Minos' wife, Pasiphae, fall in love with the bull. Yes, literally. She entered a contraption built by Daedalus to consummate her desire. From that union was born the Minotaur, half man, half bull. It was locked in a labyrinth where it ate humans. 8. Orestes. Orestes avenged his father Agamemnon's murder by killing his own mother, Clytemnestra. Justice? Not for the gods. He was pursued by the Furies, vengeful spirits who tormented him mentally. A story mixing guilt, divine justice, and eternal madness. 9. Philomela. Philomela was raped by her brother-in-law Tereus, who also cut out her tongue to prevent her from speaking. She wove her story into a tapestry, and her sister found out. They both took revenge by cooking Tereus' son and serving him to him as dinner. one of the most chilling acts of vengeance in Greek mythology, and a warning about the power of silenced women. 10. Pan and the screams of terror. Pan, the half-goat, half-man god of the woods, had the power to cause panic with a single scream. Soldiers and shepherds would flee in terror, losing their minds. In fact, the word panic comes from his name, a lesser-known figure, but with a terrifying power that even influenced our language today. As you can see, Greek mythology is far from just poetry and heroic adventures. It's filled with betrayal, cannibalism, eternal punishments, and monsters born from the darkest desires. And perhaps that's what makes it so fascinating. It reflects the deepest aspects of the human soul, both good and bad. Which of these stories did you find the most disturbing? Do you know of any others that should have been on the list? Let me know in the comments, give it a like if something surprised you, and subscribe for more dark journeys through history and mythology. See you in the next video, if the gods allow it.